Hello, everyone, and welcome to another great episode of Quotables featuring my pal and co-host, Ernie. What's up, Ernie?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me. And as always, I am joined by my co-host here, Lex.
I always have you. What are you talking about?
Thank you. I know it's funny because it sounds like at some point we're gonna not have each other, but it's like our podcast. It's like it doesn't make sense.
Coming soon. Replacement.
Soon, yeah. That's true.
I'm accepting applications now.
That's stupid.
So why don't you introduce the movie we're doing today?
Yeah, definitely. So this was a Lex choice. It was Pineapple Express. Came out 2008. Has it stars Seth Rogen and one of
James Franco.
Huh? No, I know. Yeah, I was gonna say one of Lex's favorite actors in Spider-Man 3. James Franco. But yeah, no. Freaking one of the funny stoner comedy movies I've seen.
I thought you were gonna say the now canceled James Franco.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I was gonna bring it up to you as well, but I'm like, I don't know how people would feel about that because at this point it's just an allegation. We don't know if it's true or not. I don't.
No, who knows? I can see it though.
Yeah.
He's all so good. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, yeah, Pineapple Express. I picked it. I mean, I know we've been wanting to do it for a while though.
Definitely.
It's a classic movie. If you listen to the last episode, this is part of my conquest to watch it in Mexico at an internet cafe.
Oh, that's right. Now we're actually in internet cafes doing it.
Now we're actually So, yeah, man, I think it's a funny ass movie.
Yeah.
Stoner comedy. I mean, I don't know. I don't think you have to be a stoner to enjoy this comedy.
No, and I was going to tell you that too. Was a lot of people were saying that this is a stoner action comedy because of all the stuff that happens.
That
right?
is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because I'm like, I wasn't stoned when I watched this movie. I just watched it and I was laughing really hard. But maybe I have that stoner mindset. Just kidding.
Yeah, you are dumb.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just kidding.
True.
So let's get into it, shall we?
Yes, let's do. Pineapple
Express. The movie starts off a little ominous. I thought it would look like it's going to be a serious ass movie, right?
That's right.
It's they're kind of showing a secret COVID ops experiment going down, but they're actually just testing item 9, which is weed, the effects of the weed and everything. They didn't say what year it was taking place.
It looks like it's the 70s or 60s or something like that, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Or 60s, I'm sorry.
So the weed smoker, Private Miller, he's played by Bill Hader. He's pretty sweet.
Just this one scene.
He's how do you feel right now? I feel like a slice of butter melted on top of a big old pile of flapjacks.
And he has a joint in his hand. Right?
He's puffing. Yeah, he's all isolated from everybody. He does a sweet little song. He's like, right? He's just getting down, and then they're all like, how did he make you feel about your colleagues? He's all, fuck you, like he said to the sergeant. He's like, your dick, my mouth.
He's all, the noises, dude. Oh god.
They end up getting rid of him and then the sergeant, he's like, we're gonna make it illegal. They finally got the test. So that's if you weren't wondering, this is how marijuana became illegal. So after that, we got our intro to Dale Denton, played by Seth Rogen, with Electric Avenue busting out one of my favorite songs. I got a bust down to.
That little scene where he drives by his Downy, somewhere we live in California.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and then you see the old McDonald's there. That sounds like funny. Old McDonald.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it's like an old school McDonald's, and it's still like old school or whatever.
Oh,
I actually drive by there to get to my job every day. And I'm
just to get an
that.
Inspiration or what?
Yeah, and then I'm listening to that song on the way there.
So he's a process server, which he gives out subpoenas. So it just kind of shows him going through this, giving subpoenas to people. It's kind of funny. He's just like, everyone's like, "Oh, you're a tech. Get a real job." And like stupid ass, But he dresses up in different disguises, which is an important thing later.
Disguises.
This part was always funny because when he pulls up, the Mexican guys pulled up. He's like, "Hey, take that shit to the next level, eh?" He's like, "Okay, I will." He's like, "Pinche fresca."
I know. What does he mean by that? Is he telling him he's like gay?
I don't know.
or something. Because like I never understood that. He just goes, "Ay, pinche fresa," which means all right, fucking or freaking like strawberry or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's a random.
But I mean, by the tone of his voice, I think he was probably trying to portray it as gay.
Yeah, maybe most likely.
Anyway, so we cut to the high school when he's with his girlfriend Angie. She's 18, he's 25. And the fucking I think his name was Mr. Edwards, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Was the teacher. He's like, he's like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I'm his girlfriend. He's like, I heard that. Wish I didn't hear that, but I heard. So see, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah, and then that sweet ass dude, the Clark is his name, comes in and he's like, hey, he's like, yeah, you left your shorts in my car when we were working out together. And then they were talking about class. Like, your Jeff Goldblum impression made me pee my pants. He's like, I wish. And Dale's just like, what the hell? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, college, bro, college. Yeah, that guy's such a random little part. He's like, I will totally, because guys are gonna all be all over that. And he's like, oh, you got her? He's like, no, I got her ass. I will get her ass for you. Oh, he's like, oh, yeah, you got her ass. You got her ass. And then he's like, and then randomly he just says, time to suck today's dick. I don't know. It's such a weird
moment
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird, I don't know. You said that before we started.
That's true. And then the guy goes, the teacher goes, yeah, Clark's a great guy, man. He's still going to take care of her. He's all... I'm so sorry, dude. He's such a dweeb, bro. You know what I mean? And
first he was like against Dale being there, and then now he's like, oh no, don't worry, bro. Like, he's got you, bro. I think he's just trying to be like that teacher that connects with like the students
cool
and like just anybody.
Cool teacher, yeah.
And he's like, he's like, shut the fuck up, you chimp little fucking bastard. So anyway, he leaves the school. Well, in between this, like, he had told Angie that he couldn't come to dinner, and Angie's all pissed off at him. But then after seeing this Clark guy, he's like, oh no, I'm gonna go. Like, he's all jealous, you know. So she's all happy. So that'll come later. That comes later. So now we get our intro to Saul getting a phone call from Dale, and he's watching that show. He's like, I thought hurricane season was over.
Nah, the way he laughs, all stoner.
and then Dale just walks in and he's like, how'd you get in here, man? He's like, oh, I don't know, some dude. He's all, Kyle, man, asshole. What the fuck's a buzzer for anyway? And then they start talking. He's like, business for the businessman. And then stupid Dale was like, you got my number. I don't know if it was this movie, like, we'll get more into it obviously, but like Sal and like every other character has like a little like memorable lines, but I think Seth Rogen's more like the straight man, because like there was kind of things like he says funny shit, but like it's not as good as the other characters in this movie. Definitely,
I think he's a character that is best revolved around the characters that he's with. You know, like the characters really make him better. Like Seth Rogen is, he has no redeeming qualities until, you know, he's close to Sal. Like you notice that,
yeah,
because you start kind of you don't like him really. He's a piece of shit, kind of. And then he meets Sal, and then like all the relationship, and then it just works really well. Funny little story I want to tell you. Sal was supposed to play, what's his name? Oh my gosh, from Eastbound and Out right now. I forget his name. Danny McBride's character.
Danny McBride.
Yeah, so
I thought Seth Rogen was supposed to be that character.
Was it?
That's what I read.
I had read that it was James Franco was supposed to be that character, but he's like, no, I feel more like I'm a Sal. But maybe you're right. I must have read that wrong. But yeah, that's pretty interesting, right? Imagine like the dynamic, how it would have changed in the movie.
Yeah, it would have been weird. I mean, it could have worked, but I think James Franco as Sal is pretty solid.
Yeah, he was more laid back than just like, you know.
Mm-hmm. And he has that stupid fucking face. So they're talking about the weed. He's like, I got the dopest dope you ever smoked, and he's like, and he tells the story. He's like, it's like if that Afghan kush I had and that OG I met and they fucked, and he's like, this is the product of baby fucking. He's like, and then Dale's like, I want to shove it in my mouth, my nose. He's like, shove it anywhere you like. And then so it's revealed that it's Pineapple Express. So he starts to get it together, and then we get the intro to the cross joint. And I love what he says. He starts explaining. He's like, He's all the apex of the vortex of joint engineering. It is rumored that M.M.O. Shanasty designed the first one. The guy who designed the Golden Gate Bridge. My second favorite civil engineer. So sweet.
He's all,
and then they smoke it.
Yeah. He's like, it's better to cough.
It gets you back 10 times more higher.
Very true.
And then they get in. How do you know? So they get interrupted by the buzzer, and then and I like how he answers, all, "Who is it?" And then it ends up being that guy Chris. He's all, right. He's all, hide that Pineapple Express. Chris is getting the Snickle Fritz. Snickle Fritz, bro. But while they wait, Sal is like, so I want to ask you, you've been buying weed for 2 months. He's like, I want to ask you, what do you do? He's like, I'm a processor. He's a processor, shine shoes. He's like, no, process. He's all, process, subpoenas, disguise. He's like, I went to go visit my girlfriend. He's like, what? You suck on her titties? He's like, nah, I just did that to seem cool. So dope. And then he's like, yeah, man, she's surrounded by all these good-looking guys who do Jeff Goldblum impression. He's like, what? Fuck Jeff Goldblum, man.
Oh my god! You know that guy? Sweet, he gives a Snickle Fritz too.
Oh yeah, he walks in.
Yeah, he walks in.
Huh?
What does he tell him?
He's all, well, first he's like, I gotta put on the persona. So put that cross joint out. If he sees that, he'll never get the fuck out of here. But yeah, one of the friends asked for what is it, Percocet?
Percocet, dude. He's like, what the fuck, man? What kind of business you think I'm running here, man? He's like, get him out of here. And he's all, lingers, man, lingers.
I like that scene because like he talks about, these people never leave, man. It's like you want to talk to them, like you want to. So he's basically describing what Dale is like wants to be with Sal. Is like, okay, like you're talking shit on these lingerers, but like I want to leave too because he's like bumps me out, man. And then he's about to leave. He's like, what? You gonna smoke and run? He's like, we can look at some crazy things on the internet together.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah. He's like, next time. He's like, all right, peace, brother. One love.
I'm sorry, dude. James Franco does such a great job as this freaking character.
No, yeah, he
dude.
does.
He's so solid.
He gets
like
better.
It gets even. Yeah, it definitely gets way better as the story.
You feel bad for him.
Yeah,
you feel bad for him because those situations. You got those friends like I don't want to chill. I just want to go. Like I'll get into. I'll talk about something else later off the air. You know what I'm saying?
Tell it on the air. I'm just kidding.
We cut to Dale in front of Ted's house. This is where he's delivering his next subpoena, talking to Angie, and he's like, "Yeah, I can't wait for the food." He's all, "Couscous, the food's so good, they named it twice." I never had couscous before. I
Me either, but I've always heard about it, dude. I don't even know what it is either. It's just some random ass food.
So that's when a cop pulls up, and it's a little, I forget her name, but I know Rosie Perez, I think's the actress's name. And he's like, what an adorable little cop. And then he ends up seeing Ted shooting an Asian man. And he tries to leave, ends up making a really bad escape. Fucking hitting all the cars, like the car in front of him. He's like, oh! And he fucking throws this roach out. And that's when Ted smells the Pineapple Express. So now we got conflict, bro.
And like he smokes it too. He grabs it and he
sniffs it and he smokes
hits it. Yeah, and then he's like,
Pineapple Express. So we cut back to Sal, and that's when he busts. He tries to get in. He's all, bust me in. He's all, 1, 2, 3, go. 3. A stupid scene. So he comes in and he ends up and he throws up in the printer. He's like, chicken fries. He's all, oh, you threw up in my printer.
Did you
break it? He's, I don't know. So anyway, they're going back. They're going back and forth and everything, and but Sal, he ends up, calming him down. But then like Dale's like, oh shit, like you're the only one that has the Pineapple Express. Like this can get tracked back to you. And then it's like, so that's when they leave. And he's like, get the weed, grab anything we need, snacks, food, fruit roll-ups. It's funny that it says fruit roll-ups because you see Sal eating a fruit roll-up later. So this is where we cut to the sweet ass hitman. They bust into Sal's apartment. It's Matheson and Budlowski. Matheson's played by Craig Robertson, I believe his name.
Yeah.
And Budlowski is played by Kevin Corrigan, I think is his name.
Yeah.
He's like, And he come, Bud. I'm gonna call him Bud because his name is. He goes, smells like vomit in this house, and he's like, oh, you want to buy some drugs? He's like, and he smokes. You want to hit with this? And then so the whole thing with these guys, the dynamic is like Bud wants to go home for his wife. He's too soft, and like Matheson is like still the hard ass, and he's like, you want to wear my vest? Smell good. It's not my style.
He's like, you ain't got no style, motherfucker. As he's hitting that weed too.
And they call Ted. He's like, it's me, Bud Lopsy. And Matheson. He's like, hi, Ted. Hi, Ted. How you doing, Ted? So stupid. It's fucking sweet. I love that actor. He always plays that character.
No.
So we cut to Sal and Dale. Fuck. It's hard. Their names get me confused. So they're driving off, and Dale's like, how much money you got? He's like, oh, the 75 you gave me. He's like, that's it? I got $3. He's like, why are you getting on my case for? I have more than you. And Sal, like he says it kind of subtly, but he goes, let's just go to the motel or a hotel or a Holiday Inn.
Which is a song.
The song is fucking sweet.
I'm so glad that you caught that, dude. It's just a so subtle little thing. He's like, yeah, let's just go to a motel. Oh my God.
But they end up going to the woods.
Sell, bro. Yeah.
I know. They end up going to the woods, and they're talking about who got the weed, and he's talking about his friend Red. He's like, Red, man, he once got me a hand job from a girl within 5 minutes of meeting her, man. And it's like, how can you trust this guy? He's like, fucking hand job, Dale. He's like, I mean, imagine I gave you a hand job. He's like, why would I want that? But so that's while they're talking, you cut to Red with his goons because he ends up calling him to talk to him, and they're talking like weird. He's like, yeah, he's like, what's wrong, man? He sounds sick. He's like, oh, I stubbed my toe. He's like, safety first, then teamwork. And then so they're talking. He's like, oh, obviously Matheson and Budlowski are listening in this conversation. They're gonna say, he's gonna meet with him at noon, and he's like, noon it is, bromosexual. And the version I watched that you sent me, it had like added scenes. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, it's the like unrated version. That's why I sent that particular one. Yeah.
God, okay. Yeah, I was confused. Like, I don't remember the scene because like they have a conversation after the phone call with Budlowski. There's like an argument with the goons, and like Red's just crying. It's like the scenes are like not that great, but like they're kind of add a little bit to it. But they're they
whatever.
Had
more like they had like a title hint of like substance to the characters, but they really don't. In the grand scheme of things, the originals is better. Like you don't really.
Yeah, I can see why. I can see why it was cut. You can feel like it was extra too.
Yeah.
So, so this whole time though, Dale's a little skeptical. He's like, no, I don't know. He's like, shouldn't go. But anyway, they agree to go. He's like, we'll go at noon. So they're just chilling in the woods.
I want to say something. Actually, random thing, but actually, when Lex calls me, he always says, "Hey, what's going on, bromosexual?" Just kidding. All right,
I'm gonna start.
That's right.
I'm gonna start saying it.
Yes.
And then that's when like they're just chilling, and then Sal has this epiphany that they have to destroy their phones, and he's like, "No, man, it's got like transmitters." He's like, "Oh, we'll strap it to an animal. We'll strap it to a squirrel. We'll be in a tree, and they'll think we'll be in a tree. We'll build a hot air balloon." And anyway, they're going back and forth. So Dale ends up destroying the phone on a rock, and fucking Sal just throws it. And he's like, why'd you throw it? I was trying to hit that tree right there. He's like, call it, man. He's like, I just destroyed my phone. And he goes, I bet it can't even triangulate those things. He's like, what? Dale's like, you're very convincing back there. It's just sweet. And they go to look for it, and then they just have this weird, like, they get scared. Like, it's just like a random scene. They get all these, and they run away. This scene's kind of dumb. And then they end up, like, eating shit. And then they end up back at Dale's car. And I like I like when Dale slaps Sal in the car. He's like, I don't know if you caught that part.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So they're like, all right, well, let's get some rest. So they put on their little talk radio, and they go to sleep. And then they wake up. What time is it, man? He's like, oh, it's 4:00. No, he's all, it's 3:00. He's like, damn. He's all, we're supposed to be at Red's at noon. He's all, wait, daylight savings time. He's all, we sprung forward an hour. He's like, so what? We slept like for 18 hours. And he's like, what did he say to him? He's like, he says something to Sal. He's like, yeah. He's like, you know where Red lives, right? He's like, yeah, I know where Red lives. What do you insinuate? Like I'm forgetful?
That's right. I forgot about that.
The way he does it, though. But he looks like super baked out of his mind when he says it. It's like I'm forgetful. And then they're about to leave.
I want to say something. I want to say something. Like when you got to pay attention to this movie. Like obviously we watched it, but those who have not, like they are high the whole time. Like you can just tell that they're baked out of their minds, and eventually it gets into it, and like Seth Rogen like comes to the epiphany of it. But like throughout this whole time, they're high as hell, dude, and that's why they're making all these like pretty bad choices, you know, like
exactly. Even the next scene, he's like, "Oh, the battery's dead," and then Sal goes, "Wait, what do you mean it's dead?" He's like, how do I explain this to you? He's like, what do you mean the battery's dead? So dumb. And it's like, it's because we left the radio on last night. He's like, oh man, talk radio? So boring, man. The car just committed suicide. So anyway, they started to walk and they had their cute little friendship montage. It's like that sweet little song. So you know they're starting to get a little bond going. So the cut to my favorite scene is when they meet up with Red for the first time. He walks in. He's like, "Y'all want to buy some drugs?" He's like, "Frisk me." He's I don't know why he says this, but I always quote this. He goes, "I've been up here trying to get a motherfucking scholarship." Like, what does that mean? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like it's just super random. But I feel like it's just an improvised.
Yeah, probably. Huh? I feel like a lot of their lines are very like improvising. Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I didn't look it up, but I feel like
you didn't write the movie.
They kind of were given the like leeway to be like, you know what, just say something crazy. And that's probably why he said that. He's like, fucking motherfucking scholarship. Like, okay, what the hell?
And he bounces the ball at the same time. He's like, motherfucking scholarship. That's sweet. That's but I love it. And he has like he's like, what's that on your lip? He's like, it's cold sore. Never had him before, so I started to cry. And he's like, it's herpes? He's like, yeah. He's like, I was like, oh, you wanted to eat that lollipop out of that stripper's snatch. You wanted to do it. He's like, out of her vagina. I know. Remember what you did? What'd you do? You ate a box of nerds out of her butthole. So, you said you wouldn't tell. It's just sweet.
Oh my god, that's so disgusting, dude.
But I love this conversation. He's like, everyone just chill out, bro. I'm boiling some eggs over here, fucking baking a fucking cake. He's all, can I have some? He's all, no, you can't have any cake. It's private. You know what day today is? It's my cat's birthday today. So I don't see a cat in here. I'm sorry. Did we let it out by accident? He's all, no, because he died 3 months ago. Okay, so now who's the funny guy? And he's like, don't worry, he's in heaven now. He's like, yeah, maybe he went to heaven. Maybe he went to hell. He was a little fucker. He could have went to hell. Danny McBride is classic, like those stupid ass things to say.
Yeah.
But they're like, they want to tell him about the situation, but like Dale's like, he's still hesitant on this guy. He's all, you see this? There's no hair under here, bro. Makes me aerodynamic when I fight. He's like, I can take danger. He's like, why don't you just chill out, man? He's like, I'm chill as a cucumber, man. He's like, you don't seem chill. More chill than you. More chill than me. Look at me. Komodo. I'm wearing a Komodo, dog. I don't know what's up with you, but I don't know if I like you. He's like, I don't know if I like you either. Well, it's your loss. I'm a great friend.
I'm a great friend.
He's like, I'm going to go on the telefono. He's like, don't listen to my way. He's like, don't listen to me. He's like, don't listen to what I have to say. This is another acted scene. I have like a little extra dialogue right there. I didn't really catch it, but anyway, that's when Dale calls him out. He's like, bullshit. And this fight scene is fucking sweet, bro. They just have an intense ass fight scene. He's like, and then Sal's like, are you on that mess shit again? It's just like this whole fight. And then like Seth Rogen, Dale, like he throws his phone in the toilet. He's like, you asshole, you ruined my portable phone. And they're trying to bust the door. He's like, you gonna break the door? You gonna pay for it? And like, do you notice when like they bust the door and like Red's head gets smashed in the toilet? It like looks so intense when it happens.
Oh yeah, it looks like it looks crazy, dude.
Looks bad, like, bro. I was like, oh shit, like it was pretty damn violent.
When I rewatched that movie and this particular scene, I was like, holy cat, like they're beating the shit out of each other like hard, dude.
Dude, I know, like real
and then
bad.
He throws him into the wall, and he's like, to the couch or whatever.
Oh,
Seth
yeah,
Rogen's body.
He's like, those hands. Oh yeah, he's touching my bum. He's touching my bum. No, dude, for real, it's fucking funny. It's just like, and it's like intense, like fighting and just blood. It just. So anyway, they ends up knocking him out, and it's like, it's my cat's birthday today. And that's when Seth Rogen really goes for the knockout, bro. He fucking like, he's like, this ends now. So they end up tying him up and trying to get some information, but they end up leaving because like the goons show up, Budlowski and Matheson again, and they're like talking to Red, trying to get information too. He's like, I'd appreciate if y'all took your shoes off. It's new carpet. You're tracking mud. Matheson, you got British Nikes on. I ain't seen anybody wear those since 1987.
1987.
And then he gets and then he gets shot because Ted tells him to shoot him. And then that's him. But he's like, how about a little discretion? He's like, you used to not give a fuck about discretion. I seen you pull somebody's jawbone off. I seen it. You was ruthless. I seen it. You was ruthless. Okay, sweet. That's stupid. I don't know how Red just like never dies, bro. He just wakes up. He's like, you shot me in my stomach. I'm gonna die now, probably. I had you all over for dinner. Fish tacos. This how you do me?
This how you do me?
And then he gets shot one more time. I was like, damn, this is sad. Poor guy. So anyway, we cut to Sal. Sal and Dale are running to Angie's house, and the fam's waiting. That dinner looks super bomb. The couscous, but they have like a full like on dinner, bro. Like it looks delicious, and they don't even get to eat it, which makes me sad. So they walk in.
I know, dude. The chicken, and then he's like, "I'm gonna fucking eat." The daddy gets all pissed.
He's all pissed. He's, I'm done with this. But yeah, they bust. Dale walks in. He leaves Sal outside because he's like, "Oh no, I had to explain myself," and totally forgot about the dinner. And Angie's dad's like, "You're all dirty and bleeding, dude. You smell like shit." Okay, sweet. And then he's trying to explain. He's like, "We can't call the police. They were the murderers." And then the dad's like, "Oh, we can't call the police." He's like, "Are you high?" And the mom's like, "Are you high as a motherfucking kite?"
He's like, "Don't let him gunna. Don't wanna."
And that's when he's gonna go get his gun. He's like, "Let's go. I'm leading the parade." But we got the goons outside, waiting because they actually did follow him. He was right. And Matheson's like, "This is so exciting." So Sal busts in the house and gets stabbed with a fork because Angie's like, "He's one of the pot dealers." And then and the dad comes out with the gun. He's like, "You assholes, do what I say, or I will take you outside and fuck you in the street." And the tails, "Don't fuck us anywhere." So what?
Like it says Rogen, dude.
That's fucking sweet. But anyway, the fam escapes and the goons come in, and then Bombassy's like, "Where's your gun?" He's like, "I don't need a gun. I kill motherfuckers with my goddamn hands." He's like, "Say now, hey, the food's still warm," and the way he digs his hands into that food is so weird.
In the mashed potatoes, bro.
He's like, "Love it." The way oh, dude, that guy's sweet. So anyway, the fam escapes and they leave them behind. They're like, "Why would you guys come with us?" So this one we cut to Ted talking to Chung. He's talking shit and losing his shit. He's like, "Oh, you're sending this Dale Denton guy?" Because I think Dale was working with these guys. And then he totally yells at him in the office. Like, "You have no idea how weak you just made us look." He's like, "God damn it." It's so stupid. So we cut back to Dale and Sal talking about leaving town. They want to get on a bus and get out, but they don't have money. And then Dale's like, "What about your sack?" He's like, "Oh man, it's fucking killing me. I think I popped one." That's
oh my god.
So they're gonna sell some weed to those kids because he's like, "That's what I do, man." These kids are so random. Like that one kid is like in his deep voice, like, "What?" He's like, "What do you fucking want?" "Who the fuck is Chachi?" Is off. If anybody asks, you got it from Santiago and Dunbar. So the kids leave. They end up making their money, like all sweet. And then that's when the cop stops Dale because Sal went to go get some snacks. And he's like, "I have a horrible anorexia, and it helps my appetite. So I just saw 3 students walking back here with the eyes red as the devil's dick." But that girl's sweet, dude. I love this cop. She's hilarious too. And she's like, "You better hope no shit's not on this record. You better not believe." He's like, "Oh, big sexy with glasses." And so Seth Rogen's Dale, he's trying to explain the situation. No, I saw these people murder, and the lady's like, oh, I think I know who that bitch was. She's like, well, I'll tell you this. I bet I get to the bottom of it. I'll take this badge off and I get to the bottom of it because I don't work for the law. The law works for me.
I love that lady, bro. She's so awesome.
That stupid Sal comes in the way and gets hit, and then they end up stealing the car, and that's when they have a big car chase scene, bro. He's like, I can't see anything. He tries to break the window.
This is funny, dude.
He tries to, and like it's another subtle moment because like he pushes the car window with his foot. And he goes, "Oh, how do I drive with one foot?"
His foot's like through the window, and it's like stuck, and he's just like driving.
So stupid.
Oh, it's so stupid, dude. It's so funny though.
But yeah, another intense scene, bro. And they end up getting through it. They escape. And the cop gets foiled. So the chase ends, and Dale calls Garagely, which is AKA Angie. Because he's all, check into the hotel. Garagely is how I'll find you. And then stupid Dale's like, this happens to every couple after 3 months. And then, Sal and Dale, like, they start talking. He's like, and then like Sal wants to smoke some more weed, and Dale gets mad. He's like, so nah, we didn't get in trouble because of that. So that happens because those kids can shit their shit on the down low, and that's when they break out, bro. They break up because Dale says some shit, and Sal gets mad. He's like, "Monkeys out of the bottle, man."
I forgot that's what he said. He's all monkeys out of the bottle now, man. Or whatever.
Dale's like, that's not a saying. So this whole little montage of them breaking up, they're all sad. Sal especially is crying. And then Dale calls Angie back. He's like, I'm sorry, I love you. And then she's like, Angie's like, I just want to marry you. He's like, I've made a mistake. He's like, I just realized how stupid you are wanting to come back to me. I'm a fucking loser. And she's like, how many girls have you slept with? She's like, I lost my virginity at 14. He's like, I don't know, 2.5. He's like, what does that mean? He's like, I don't know. I got the tip or I dipped a ball in. I don't know. He's like, if I told you I slept with 3 girls, I'd be lying. It's like I tipped the ball, and I don't even know what the hell that means. He's all theory.
I don't even know either, dude. That's so freaking random. And then, this is when we cut to Bubby, huh? My Bubby.
I love Bubby, dude.
I love Bubby, dude. I love Bubby.
Her voice and my grandson, because the goons are talking to her, and they're like, and then that's when they end up fighting because Sal gets there, breaks that coffee pot on Matheson, and so they end up taking him. And I love Bubby because she's talking to the cop after. She's like, they kidnapped my grandson. I never saw them before, and they kept asking about my grandson. Well, one was very tall and sloppy. The other one was handsome, but short as shit. But they wanted my grandson. And she's like, I think you have something on you. He's like, I believe that's a mole, ma'am. That's so dumb. Bobby, but it's sweet because like this other random old lady next to her is trying to tell the story at the same time, like just random little tidbits, and it's just not helping at all. Like they're not like giving him any good tips. So we cut to the hideout with kidnapped Sal. Then like you see Matheson's face. He's like, I look like the Hamburglar, an Elephant Man. He's like, you're gonna go down to that. You're gonna go down to that whatever it is. Like they have a ladder to go down underground. Mm-hmm. And Sal's like, what's down there? Fucking Rancor? And then Matheson tells to Badlas, he goes, so you hurt me. What was my back? He's like, I may be tough, but I got a lot of feelings. And you hurt. Every last one of them. So sad.
Oh my God.
But I love his character too. I love his character though, because like he's talking to Sal, he's all pissed off. You're gonna die, bro. He's all, I'm gonna kill the fuck out of you. He's like, watch your head. He's like, it's fucking sweet. So we cut back to Dale. He's going to Red's house to get some backup, bro. And we got Red vibing to some Bone Thugs, bro. Like just chilling. Like, where did he get that neck brace? He must have already had it because he hasn't gone to the hospital yet. But he's listening to.
That's true. Yeah.
And ain't nobody. I'll meet me at the crossroads.
Oh, that's right. That's
right. Sweet. That's freaking sweet. He's like, get out of here, man. He's like, I didn't do shit. And he's like, I've accepted my fate. He's all, I've came into Buddhism. He's like, maybe, I've accepted the afterlife. And then Dale's like, no. He's like, yeah, you'll come out good, but you gotta go out like a hero, bro. He's all, because what if you come back as something gross? Maybe an anal bead. He's like, what do you want to be? He's all, maybe the anal bead. Depends on who. No, he goes, Dale's like,
depends who it belongs to.
Or an eagle. Or an anal bead. He's like, maybe the anal bead. Depends who it belongs to. He's all, belongs to me. He's all, then the dragon. So they reunite and gear up. And he's like, 10 Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. And it's funny, there's like a little trivia thing. I guess melon farmers is like when movies get aired for TV, like to replace motherfucker, they say melon farmers. Like that's the thing. So that's why he said it. Because I guess like it refers back to Die Hard. He says like yippee-ki-yay melon farmers on the TV version. So anyway, like they have this whole montage of them gearing up all sweet, and then like Red's like, I used to use this little gun when I was a prostitute.
That's right. And he goes, well, later on he'll go, Thug Life.
And they're like, yeah, you gotta act cool. He's like, don't. Like they're playing with their guns, though. Don't. Like so stupid. So they get to the hideout, and Red ends up bitching out. He's like, I have a wife, dude. She gets out of jail soon. I want to bone her. I want to have sex with her. He said, I don't want to wake up murder tomorrow. And he takes off. He's like, legends never die, dude. I'll tell your story. That guy's sweet, bro. So Dale ends up taking it alone, bro. No backup. He takes a man hostage, but ends up fucking up because Budlowski ends up shooting the hostage guy. He's all, you shot Steve, man. He's all, if anybody asks, Dale killed him. So he ends up giving up, and he has all his guns, and even Ted is asking, he's like, who are these guys? Because like later on they're in prison. He's like, and Budlowski's like, yeah, man, you came in, you're all crazy. He shot Bud. I don't know. He shot Steve, and he's like, what the hell? He's like, who are these guys? So we get reuniting with Dale and Sal. Sal, they're both tied up, but then they end up making up. He's like, I want to be your best friend, man. He's like, BFFF, best fucking friends forever. And even like Matheson walks in, he's just like, I can hear everything you're saying. These guys are fucking gay. So while this is happening, the Asians end up ambushing Ted's place, and they end up getting saved. No, I'm sorry. Sal and Dale end up escaping out of their handcuffs. He's like, all right. So if I cough 3 times, you attack or some stupid shit. And Matheson walks in. He's like, I can hear you. Best friends forever. He's like, cough 3 times. But they end up fighting. And that's when Dale loses the chunk of his ear. And then he ends up shooting Matheson. And Matheson's, I've never been shot before, man. And it's so gross. That little ear chunk, they try to put it back in. It's like,
it's so gross.
He's like, but I love Matheson because he's like talking. He's like, get your hands off me. I'm not your friend. So anyway, this whole big fight scene just happens, bro. And I love that when they're walking out, like there's just guns all over. Like there's guns on like hangers. Like it's super convenient for them. They're just like, oh, cool. And they just grab all the guns, but no ammo, obviously. So we get Sal versus the cop. He comes, he's all, fuck the police, but misses all the shots. And then we got Dale versus Ted.
It's all in slow-mo, huh? He's all, fuck the police.
They have a pretty intense fight scene, Dale and Ted. They're like getting down. So like while this is happening, Sal ends up putting, what's her name, on the floor, the cop. And then that's when Budlowski comes out, but then he ends up leaving. He's like, I got dinner with my wife. He's like, I'm hungry. And then Matheson comes out and shoots him. He's like, dinner's going to be cold tonight, asshole. So sad. I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. No one goes out good, though. He's and Matheson's like, you need to sit your little sexy ass down and watch yourself get killed now. But that's when Red saves the day, bro. He busts in, freaking rams him, dude, hard. And it's like super graphic, bro. Like you see his body after. And then remember he shoots like his foot with the shotgun. And just like a chunk flies off. He's all gross.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then Sal's like, Sal's a little mad at him, obviously. And he's like, Dale said you didn't even have herpes. You said you do. That's so dumb. And then after they make...
that's right.
After they make up and he's like, I fucking love you, dog. So I love you too, man. Um, so like that's and the cop's like, what the fuck is going on? And she ends up shooting Red, poor Red. And then she's about to shoot Saul, but that's when Senior Chang, bro, he blows up the place. He's all, suck at my balls.
Suck
two
my
times.
balls 2 times.
And ends up blowing up the place, and all the weed catches on fire. Even freaking Ted is like destroyed too. He's like nasty. Dale gets away with it, by surviving somehow. And they end up escaping, and somehow Red is still alive. He ends up crawling out of the place too. So after everything's all said and done, we cut to the diner scene, and this scene is actually, how we mentioned it before, was actually all improvised. Like this is all on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like none of this was scripted, and they have a sweet like scene. Like I love this scene because they're all best friends now, and it's just like classic. Like, and then freaking Red is just like, man, he's always like, yeah, you've been shot like 6 times. He's like, are you still alive? He's like, I don't know. And then like all talking, he's like, what? I shot like 6 guys. And he's like, I didn't kill. Red's like, I didn't kill anybody. He's like, yeah, you did. You ran over with his car. He's like, oh shit, I did kill that guy. He's like,
I did kill that guy.
But then they end up like doing a little huddle and everything, all funny. And then Red, like someone dies a little bit. He kind of just like, he's like, oh shit. He's like, okay, I'm back. And then he's like, maybe I should go to the hospital. And then Bubby ends up pulling up to pick them up, and she's like, you guys smell like shit. They all get in the car. That's when the credits roll, and that wraps up Pineapple Express, the 3 best friends that anybody can have. Just kidding. That's another movie. Yeah, dude, that's Pineapple Express, bro.
Yeah, dude.
That's
that was
Pineapple
a
Express.
solid little movie. It's not too long, right? It was
actually, it's like a 2-hour movie. It's actually pretty decently. Kind of
felt
long.
like when I was watching it, maybe because I was enjoying it, that it didn't seem that
No,
long.
yeah, I know. Yeah, same. I mean, I've seen it.
But it was so funny, bro. Like, I had seen it so many times like you, and just watching it back and refreshing the memory, you're like, oh my God, these are classic scenes. Like, it's so well written for these characters. And they're so hilarious, bro.
Seriously, dude, it's fucking great. I mean, what do you rate it, bro? Like it, love it, rewind it, smoke it.
This one's a love it for me, and it's not rewinded because I don't watch it very often, but it is one of those movies that if it is on or something just kind of like triggers me to watch it, I'll watch it. But it's never been a movie that I watch like very often, like so often. You know what I mean? Like it had been on Netflix for a really long time. It just got taken down.
I know, yeah. When I wanted to watch it,
and we were gonna watch it like that, but like seeing it there, it never gave me any. Like I wasn't interested in watching it, but I mean, honestly, solid movie. Definitely recommend it. It's watch it for what it is. It's a stoner comedy. It has its action sequences. It's not too crazy over the top, but there's these little nuances of these characters that it's subtle, dumb humor, and they do such a great job, like conveying those characters. I'm not sure if they're really high or not, but they probably are, right? Because Seth Rogen smokes and. I don't know about James.
Yeah, I don't think James Franco smokes.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure. Interesting, from what I heard.
Yeah, because he was like, his eyes are all they look all high as hell. So
I know he plays it pretty sweet. That's for sure.
All right, so what are you rating it?
I'm gonna have to say Rewinder, bro. Because unlike you, when I do see it on Netflix, I usually always play it and like how you said you don't have an interest when it's on Netflix. Sometimes I'm just like, dude, I'm gonna put this on just for like a background movie or like just to watch because I love it so much. It's hilarious. Yeah, that would be my thing. It's a super hilarious movie. I mean, I think, and a lot of people I think know, and it's a really easily a quotable movie for sure. Which is why it's quotable worthy. So it's a rewinder, bro. I'm gonna have to say it.
Yeah. It's funny because this movie had. Sorry, before we go, I wanted to. This is one of the movies that me and you quote a lot when we're near each other. And there was this one time we were pretty drunk, and then you looked at me and you said, "This guy's just." When I was telling something to you, remember that? It was a random like moment.
Yeah, I've done that shit before.
That was hilarious.
Disguise. That's like a good thing to say when you're like, when you're a little confused.
Confused, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, dude. Let me read you this review because I think it's fun. This guy gave it a 1 out of 10, and a lot of people did and I understand. But I picked this one because I thought it was hilarious. So the title is "I Fell Asleep and I Got Hurt Again." So This movie was a pile of cow crap. Although that may be a bit unfair because cow crap can still serve a purpose as fertilizer. This was just a complete waste of a movie budget, which I'll assume was spent entirely on drugs, because that's the only way this movie could have possibly been produced. This movie was so bad that while I was working at the drive-in movie theater, I actually fell asleep while walking across the field and whacked my head on a slab of concrete that used to be some kind of heater thing. I don't know. I actually don't know what it is. But no, it's like, I don't actually know what it is, but it's filled with wasps. And when I hit, they stung me several times. The movie was terrible. It wasn't funny. It wasn't cool. I was like watching other people smoke pot. And that's never all that funny. If I wanted to see that, wait, I'm sorry, this is a confusingly wrote. If I wanted to see that, I could have gone to work and then yelled at them. Oh, wait, I was at work and I did yell at them, all 25 of them. Oh, what do you know? The ones on Pont were also the only ones laughing. The rest of the people who made it through the terrible plot were also asleep. And guess who had to wake them? That's right, my pet robot R2-D2. Wait, I don't have a robot, but I may have a concussion and I need a quick trip to the hospital. Sorry.
Oh my god! Damn! What a journey that guy went through. Oh my god,
dude, he went to a journey, bro. Like I would love to know if that was a true story, but I totally doubt it. I think this guy was high up his ass writing that.
He was.
There was also one that I was
high people.
Right. There was also one I was reading that was funny because like it was talking about Dark Knight, and this guy was just like, I think he was just really trying to be an advocate for Dark Knight because like every other like word was like Dark Knight, and the Dark Knight had this. Go watch Dark Knight instead. Like it was funny. But anyway, so it's funny that people say I love that. I love that story. It's a classic.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a solid little like. Yeah, that was a solid little like story. Like he actually went out of his way to write something like entertaining,
like humorous.
So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and probably serious.
Yeah, I want to end this on a. Well, I guess that was a great note, but I want to end it on one little thing that we've been starting to do. What is your favorite quote from the movie?
I was afraid you were going to ask me that because there's so many quotes that I really like, but I do find myself saying the disguise thing a lot. I'll say that. God, it's tough, and this is not my personal quote, but I always hear people saying, "I thought hurricane season was over." I think that was like a thing. Just a lot, anything that like Red and just. Well, let me say this. My favorite scene is the whole first meeting of Red when they're all together talking to him. Like, it's my cat's birthday today. So now who's the funny guy? Like, I don't know. That whole scene, like, alone, like, just has great quotes and, like, you know, motherfucking scholarship. Like, just stupid stuff. Like, and even Matheson and, like, Matheson especially, too. Just get your hands off me. I don't know. It's hard. I have multiple favorite quotes in that movie, so. What about you?
Definitely, man. Dude, it's funny because I'm one of the people that love I thought hurricane season was over. I love that, dude. It's so it's so funny to me. And also, like, honestly, the beginning of the movie with Bill Hader. That scene where he's like, I feel like a slice of butter, but on top of a big old pile of flapjacks.
He does it really well, bro. He describes it pretty well.
Oh
like that's a sweet ass description of how it is to be high.
Yeah. How do you know?
Let's end this. I'm just kidding.
That's a solid one. And honestly, I really like to say the line with Craig Robinson. The one who goes, "You ain't got no style, motherfucker."
That's another classic one too. You ain't got no style, motherfucker. That whole movie, bro.
Smell my sweater.
It's got
smell good.
Smell good. So that wraps up Pineapple Express. Once again, follow us, Quotables Cast, Instagram and Twits. Also on YouTube channel. Have a couple live videos out there if you want to check it out. Send us some comments, concerns, guest spots. You know, we'll still accept them. But yeah, Ernie, you got anything else to talk about?
No, as always, I would like to thank the audience for definitely tuning in every week. We're trying to get better about doing every episode, but we do appreciate the listens and the follows on Spotify and the subscriptions on YouTube and all that good stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we
appreciate
it.
Thank you so much. Tune us out. Thank you for watching.
Okay.
Quotables.